Inflation is one of the biggest threats to the long-term value of your retirement portfolio. But how do you make sure your hard-earned wealth stays ahead of it, especially when interest rates are rising and the cost of living keeps climbing? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to keep your portfolio growing, even as inflation tries to eat away at your savings. Before we get into it, if you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, click the first link in the description to get a free gold IRA guide. Thousands of Americans are using gold IRAs to safeguard their wealth, especially in times like these, so make sure you get your free guide now. You'll want to check it out. Now, let's get into it. The first thing to understand is that traditional investments like stocks and bonds aren't immune to inflation. In fact, they often take a big hit when inflation rises because their returns don't always keep up with rising prices. If you're relying solely on these, you may find that the purchasing power of your savings is shrinking over time. But here's where gold IRAs come into play. Gold has historically outperformed inflation, especially during times of economic uncertainty. Unlike stocks, gold maintains its value, and in many cases, even increases in value as inflation rises. This is why thousands of Americans are choosing gold IRAs to protect their wealth from inflation's damaging effects. If you have a significant amount in your retirement accounts, like 100K or more in an IRA or 401K, or even 5 million plus in savings, investing in a gold IRA could be one of the best decisions you can make. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other options to hedge against inflation. Real estate, for example, can offer some protection since property values generally rise over time. But it's not always liquid, and managing it can be time-consuming. Plus, real estate markets are unpredictable. That's why gold IRAs remain a top choice. They're simple, effective, and can grow steadily over time. Another strategy is diversifying your investments across different sectors or commodities. While this can help, it doesn't offer the same consistent protection that gold does. Gold is seen as a safe haven asset during times of inflation and economic uncertainty. It has a long track record of maintaining value when everything else is losing it. If you're serious about protecting your wealth and securing your retirement, you don't want to leave it to chance. Gold IRAs allow you to build a portfolio that isn't as vulnerable to the ups and downs of inflation. And unlike some other precious metals, gold is easy to store and relatively stable in value. So, if you want to make sure your retirement portfolio stays ahead of inflation, a gold IRA is absolutely something you should consider. Don't wait for inflation to eat into your savings. Take action now and give yourself peace of mind for the future. For those of you who are serious about protecting your wealth, click the first link in the description and get access to the free gold IRA guide. If you have 100K or more in your IRA or 401K, or even up to 5 million plus in savings, this is the perfect next step for you. Remember, gold IRAs have stood the test of time for one reason. They help people protect their wealth during times of uncertainty. If you're serious about securing your retirement, now is the time to take action. Don't let inflation diminish your hard-earned savings. Make the right move today.